it's me, Renee. I'm back. So I've got a little library haul for you again. This is not big one. I thought maybe I'll go back to get more, but I thought like, you know what? I kind of wanna film this, and then maybe I'll end up returning some of these, and then I'll already film them. So yeah. Well, the first one I actually already shown you. So no, we have Visdomsord fra fjern. So as you can see, it's a Norwegian book. It's like kind of wise words and like wise. Well, sorry, it's kind of quotes from around the world. No, sorry, it's not quotes. It's sayings from around the world. So yeah, I got this. I went to a library last week, and I got it because it was like non-fictional fun. I kind of felt like I kind of wanted something. Well, sorry, non-fiction. Well, history challenge. I kind of wanted some books that were short and interesting, because kind of that's when I felt like. And still, honestly, still this readathon haven't really been that much of a reading mood. So shorter books is kind of good that way. But yeah, sayings from around the world just sounds very cool, and there's fun words, pictures here and there, illustrations. So yeah, and then we have, yeah, this is a bit silly, but citater om Norge, so quotes on Norway. I'm a Norwegian, so a bit like egotistical reading quotes about Norwegian and Norway. But yeah, so it's like fun collection of quotes about Norway. Is it? Yeah, it's both like by people like Norwegian saying stuff, but also like foreigners saying stuff about Norway. So yeah, it's a good book for like when you want to read something, but not something too big. And yeah, and then yeah, actually quite a few of these actually are quote books, because I found a few of them and thought, you know what, quotes are fun. So here we have the world's funniest quotes, and yeah, the world's. So it's not that big, so I suppose they have to have made a like quite have to have made a quite big selection of stuff, because they have to like cut out a lot. But yeah, this seems like a fun read, obviously. But yeah, now we have Lost in Translation by Charlie Crocker. So this has broken English from the whole world. So it's about like people from different parts of the world using English wrong. So it's like they translate something wrong, or I think maybe it's also might be also be quotes from England, like where they are using the language wrong. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, I very much like stuff like this, where it's like just very so quirky and interesting translations. Well, and yeah, language mistakes, I suppose, probably is better. Like for example, here in Japan, they have like a dessert menu where it said strawberry crap. So yeah, that's funny. Not something you want to eat. And then we have Fat is a Feminist Issue by Susie Orbach. So this is it essays, or is it like one? Oh, sorry, yeah, it's combining of two books: The Anti-Diet Guide and Conquering Compulsive Eating. But it's like the same author. So I think it's non-fiction. I seem so stupid now. It's non-fiction. It's not essays, but it's non-fiction about fat, and how fat is a feminist issue, and how, being fat, it's not something we should be ashamed of, and body issues and stuff like that. And yeah, so this, I think I heard about it recently somewhere. Can't remember where, but somewhere. So yeah. Lastly, well, not lastly, we actually have one more. Okay, give me one moment. Okay, so we have this one said. the search for the funniest joke in the world. So it was originally published by by the British Association for the Advancement of Science. Quite interesting. But like there's a Norwegian comedian who translated it because this version is Norwegian. And so yeah, it's a search for the funniest joke in the world. So it's kind of how they kind of figure out what's the funniest joke in the world, like a bit of jokes from around the world and stuff. And I like comedy, and this just sounds so interesting, like a book. It's not huge, but yeah, as I said, thin, interesting book. But then, oh, sorry. And then we have Vi puster fortsatt av Johan San Mugarantam. So this guy, Mr. Shan Mugarantam, he's words. He is half Japanese and half Sri Lankan. His mom is Japanese. His dad is Sri Lankan, from Sri Lanka. He came to Norway when he was 6. Before then, he lived in I'm an idiot. I think he lived in Thailand before then. So he's kind of always been like the outsider. But yeah, so this is kind of like him writing short letters to his own kids. So it's kind of like a memoir of his life, but it's also like a memoir of like specifically of like being an outsider and kind of being and also like being non-white in Norway, and how that has kind of changed and how that affects his life. And yeah, so it talks about the world around, life around 11th of September, 9/11, 22nd of July, and also up until last year, George Floyd. So this was actually published last year? No, this year? Yeah, it's published last year. So yeah, it has also George Floyd in it. So it was published very quickly. Well, it included that stuff from last year. And yeah, it's not a long book, but I've heard it's a great one. It's, as you can see, an original one. This guy is a journalist. I'm thinking it's probably not impossible to be translated, like, because it's a new book at the moment. I think it's not just out in Norwegian. So yeah, and that's my little library haul. I hope you liked it. And yeah, if you have any thoughts on any books, please talk to me. If you have any books you read from library recently, talk to me. Or you can just say hi. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.